Since 1969, the Ralph J. Bunche Center for African American Studies has been committed to promoting and studying the rich history and culture of the African diaspora. Today, it is generally recognized as one of the top research units in the nation devoted to African American studies. In October 2003, the center was renamed in honor of scholar, diplomat, Nobel Prize winner, civil rights activist, and UCLA alumnus Ralph J. Bunche. Dr. Bunche perfectly embodies the scholarly excellence and community commitments the very founders of the center had in mind when they conceived it. We invite you to join us as we honor his vision in current projects, such as the Kenny Burrell Archive of African American Music, and in other exciting new projects. Did you know that California was named after Califia, a mythical black Amazonian queen? Or that Los Angeles is the only major city in the nation where most of its founders in 1781 were of African descent? Did you know that Los Angeles County has the second largest African American population in the nation? There are nearly 1 million blacks who live, work, and go to school in Los Angeles County. Black Los Angeles certainly has been understudied relative to African American communities in other major urban areas. While studies such as the state of Black Los Angeles are important, necessary contributions to our knowledge of our city and life here, we need to still look beyond mere statistics. The Black Los Angeles Project attempts to address our miseducation by utilizing academic and community perspectives to bring to light the history and contemporary conditions associated with Black Los Angeles. The project is organized around 5 key themes that have shaped Black LA. Studying communities and neighborhoods is central to Black Los Angeles and allows for a comprehensive view of areas within LA. The project may address the LAUSD educational system and the evolution of the Crenshaw Corridor. Dr. Hunt notes,
in many respects, the Crenshaw Corridor has become the center of gravity of the black community in Los Angeles today. In the old days, of course, everyone knew about Central Avenue, but today it's Crenshaw, the Shaw. You have Leimert Park, a bustling cultural district. You have the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Plaza where people shop. You have high-income communities like View Park and Baldwin Hills surrounding the corridor. And then to the south and east, you have lower-income communities. In fact, the area has become a crossroads of sorts where African Americans of all walks of life come into contact with one another.
Religious life encompasses the political, social, and cultural dimensions of Black LA. The role of the Black church in building community has been significant in Los Angeles.
The church provides a strong sense of community, so that in some ways it becomes less spiritual and more social. For example, people may go from one church to another because of the music, or people may go to another church for the prosperity message. So essentially people find what they need.
Mega churches as many communities, and churches, music, and the media are potential topics. The political participation of blacks in Los Angeles has been considerable since the city's inception and has influenced its political power structure. You probably have to go back to the founding of Los Angeles to find a period where people of African descent were actually in the majority. Today, of course, African Americans make up only about 10 or 12% of the region's population. That said, the group has had a disproportionate impact politically, particularly in the last few decades of the 20th century. Demographics, though, are changing. They're changing rapidly. And this is going to be a story that we're going to want to follow. Potential topics include African Americans and LA politics, and electoral politics versus non-traditional politics. In Los Angeles, African Americans' search for social justice has taken place in the streets as well as the courts. Topics to be addressed within this theme include the LA uprisings from the 60s to the 90s. In 1965 and 1992, residents in Watts and South Los Angeles took to the streets to express their feelings towards social and economic inequalities. Examining the links between these historical events and understanding how they have shaped Black Los Angeles will be significant to this project. Another potential topic may be the justice system and race. Black Angelenos have expressed themselves through their cultural production in film, music, and art. You can't deny the interconnectedness and the interdependency between cultural production through music, art, film, and literature and what was happening politically in the streets with blacks in Los Angeles. Residents were mobilized and pulled into the movement because of these cultural forms that grew out of their own neighborhoods. Potential topics include South Central, regional, political, and cultural dimensions, and radio, and the social organization of the black community in Los Angeles. Only by considering the complexity and depth of Black Los Angeles can we ever hope to place today's often distressing statistics in a constructive and empowering context.